Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. So, welcome to Sunway Admission official Facebook live session today. So, I am the CEO of Sunway Admission and I'll be your host today. So, we are very excited to have uh, you all with us this morning for a special session on studying in New Zealand, especially in Wellington, in Victoria University of Wellington. So, today we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Martin, our international manager from VUW from Victoria University of Wellington. So thank you so much, Mr. Martin, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
So, first of all, let's start knowing about more about VUW. So, Mr. Martin, why should Bangladeshi students choose VUW over other universities in New Zealand?
Okay. Just to give a very quick introduction of our university. So we are a state government university in New Zealand. We are ranked in the top 2% in the world. We have about 22,000 students, of which about 3,000 are international students. We are a comprehensive university, which means we offer undergrad, postgraduate, and PhD studies. And we are based in Wellington, the capital of New Zealand, which is located pretty much in the center of the country. So it's quite easy to explore the rest of the country as well. And Wellington is a medium-sized city of about 500,000 people. Now, why should students consider Victoria over other universities? Well, first of all, they have to obviously make the choice to come to New Zealand. There are different destinations available. And I think New Zealand is an interesting one because, first of all, it is a very safe place. It is usually a more affordable study destination compared to the other main study destinations. It is English speaking, it's a stable democracy. So students have opportunities to study here. There's a wide variety of programs available, and there are also post-study work visa opportunities available as well. For our university, we are in, as I mentioned before, in the top 2% in the world, and a lot of our programs have also industry recognition and accreditation for their programs and the faculties, which obviously is good for students because then it is actually a program that is then recognized and accepted in the business and in the industry. We are a very research-heavy university, so but we also offer taught programs, so students have the choice between the two. We have a wide variety of programs as well, and we offer a wide range of services for students right from the beginning when they start all the way to the end when they graduate and beyond.
Oh, thank you. So you already mentioned, but again, so could you please share about VUW's global ranking or
Yeah.
reputation and the industry partnerships? Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So there are obviously a number of rankings out there. I think there are three big ones, which there's the QS ranking, there's the Times Higher Education ranking, and there's the Shanghai ranking. Now, each of those rankings have a different weighing of categories. So some of them are very much on the research side. Some of them have more a holistic view on a university, and so on and so forth. I think the ranking that a lot of students pay attention to is the QS ranking, which is probably the most holistic ranking of them all. And what it does is it has different categories from research, but also to employability and student support and so on and so forth. So we are there in rank in the top 2% in 240. And this is out of about 18,000 universities. Now, a ranking is a good indicator for students whether the university is a good university or not. But students should not solely rely on the rankings because they obviously everyone has different experiences, different expectations, and different circumstances. So it's always good to look into the university itself. What programs do they offer? But also what is it that the university can help me with, for example, after I graduate, and so on and so forth. So individuality plays a big role here. So I really encourage students to look a little bit beyond the rankings, but obviously they are a good indicator of whether a university is good or not.
Okay, that's a very good clarification. So now let's talk about the incoming, upcoming July 2026 intake.
Yeah, okay.
Which programs are available for the July 2026 intake?
All right. Okay. So we have so there are 3 intakes a year. 2 are main intakes or regular intakes, and the 3rd one is our summer school intake. Now our immediate intake is trimester 1, which starts in February. That's our biggest intake in the year, where most of the program starts. July is then the 2nd biggest intake. So in terms of undergraduate programs, most of them actually start also in trimester 2 in July. There are some like engineering or architecture, they start only in trimester 1. In postgraduate space, we have a lot of postgraduate programs. There, it's a little bit more difficult to generalize this answer. So I think the best way for students is to look at the website, look at the program, and see if the intake is available. For Bangladesh, we do get a lot of inquiries for programs in computer science, artificial intelligence. They are both available in trimester 2. Professional business analysis is one program that we get a lot of inquiries. That is available. Master of Health is available as well. We also get global business and professional accounting. They are not available in trimester 2, but they are indeed available in trimester 3, which starts in November, which would then be the next intake after that.
Okay, that sounds good. So now we will talk about the admission requirements. So what are the academic requirements for applying to BUW?
Okay, so there is. It really depends on the programs. So let me just look that up because I am across multiple markets. So let me just double check that I get the right answer to you. So for undergrad, it is more straightforward because there you have one program or one requirement for all the undergraduate programs, which makes it obviously a lot easier. And for Bangladesh, that is Bangladesh. The successful completion of the higher school certificate HSC with a GPA of 4.2 out of the 5.0 scale. So that is a pretty straightforward one. For the postgraduate programs, there it really comes down to what is it that the student has done and what is it where the student wants to go, what program do they want to study. So generally, students need to have a B average, for example, and if you want to know what that translates to in Bangladesh, let me see if I can pull this up very quickly as well. Otherwise, there is a website called Scholaro. They are quite good at providing the equivalencies of averages in the world. But for Bangladesh, so we are looking usually at a 3.2 out of 4 or 60% or a first class division qualification. Now, what we have also realized from Bangladesh is that quite a few students have done their degree in another country before. Maybe they have gone to Singapore, or they have studied in UAE, or maybe in the UK, or whatever, have done their undergraduate there. Obviously, there it's then a different equivalency, and some programs have higher requirements. And from an admissions point of view, the requirements that all programs have in common is obviously they need to lodge an application, but also they need to have a passport copy certified, their transcripts and completion certificates certified, their English evidence ready. That is true for all programs. And then it depends on the program whether they also have to produce a CV or a portfolio or a statement of purpose. That comes down to the individual program.
Perfect. Perfect. So now, what are the English language requirements? Like they accept IELTS, PT,
Yeah. Oh,
other.
yes. So we
Yeah.
do accept a wide variety of tests. So the best thing is to look again on our website. But we do for most students are probably familiar with IELTS. So we require for an undergraduate program an IELTS of 6, no band less than 5.5, and for postgraduate a 6.5, no band less than 6. There are some programs that require higher English levels, but the majority sits in those two categories. Now, we also accept TOEFL, Pearson, Cambridge. We also accept Duolingo. For those students who are not familiar with that, many people know the Duolingo language app. They do have a proper English test as well. So Duolingo does not mean the English learning app. It actually means the English test. But we do accept that, and students can do that from home as well. So there is a wide variety of what we can accept.
Okay. So what is the standard application process and expected timeline? But there are so many universities in the other country. They have the enrolling admission process, or is there any deadline for the
Sure.
university? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we don't have usually, or we don't really have opening dates for applications, although our system needs to be loaded with certain intakes and fees and stuff like that. We have just opened our intakes for 2027, so students can now apply up to trimester 3, so November 2027. So we are already quite ahead now. But there is no program-specific opening window. There are only deadlines, okay? And the general deadlines are if the student applies for program in trimester 1, they need to apply by the 1st of December the year before. If they apply for July intake, then it is the 1st of May. And if they apply for trimester 3 intake, which starts in November, they apply by the 1st of September. There is a handful of programs that have slightly earlier application deadlines, and they can all be found on the website, but the majority falls into that category. The way they apply is they contact you, you and your team at Sunway Admissions, and so they need to provide the documents that I have mentioned before. And then you as Sunway, you launch the application on behalf of the student. The application is then going through our process. Our admissions team will process the application. And it depends a little bit. If it is a program where our admissions team can make the decision, then they obviously do it. If it is a program that requires the decision of the faculty, for example, if there's research involved, then they escalate it to the faculty to make the call. And once they have an outcome, it will be communicated with the student. And that could be a conditional offer if there is something missing. Maybe the student has applied without English first, or it could be unconditional if we have all the documents and the student has made the cut into the program. Now, the processing times, they depend a little bit on the program. The shortest and fastest is undergraduate program. For postgraduate, as I mentioned, there are two options. Do we have delegated authority for our admissions team, or does it need to go to the faculty? Peak times, students should expect about 3 weeks in peak time, maybe 4 if it is really busy. But we really try our best to turn it around as quickly as we can.
Oh, thank you. So this information will help the students prepare properly. So thank you again.
Sure.
And now we will talk about the scholarships. So scholarship are always a very important topic for our students. You know that. So, what scholarship are available for Bangladeshi students?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to talk about 3 scholarships in particular. We have and 2 of them fall into the same category. We have 2 automatic scholarships available. One is 15,000, that's for undergraduate program, and one is 10,000, that is for postgraduate programs. For those 2 scholarships, students do not have to apply for them. They just have to apply for the program. And as soon as they get an offer, means they are accepted into the program, they get the scholarship applied. Right, so there's no need for any essays or tests or extra application form or anything like that. They just need to apply for the program. This scholarship has actually this week or last week just been renewed for 2027. So
Wow.
it is available for all 2026 and 2027 intakes. Now, the last scholarship that I want to mention, that is not an automatic scholarship. That is our doctoral scholarship. So that is for students who are interested in PhD programs. There is already a very interesting fact about PhDs in New Zealand, and that is that international PhD students pay domestic fees in New Zealand rather than international fees. So the fees are already quite reduced. But additionally, they can still apply for a scholarship, which includes the tuition fees and a stipend as well. So, but again, this one is something that they need to apply for. There might be other scholarships available that are very individual. So students should check our scholarship database. For example, there could be something related to sports or something like that. But that is then a very individual circumstance. What I also would like to point out are the work rights for students, the in-study work rights. So students can usually work 25 hours per week and full-time during any scheduled holiday. Now, this will not cover all of your costs, but it certainly will provide some pocket money.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you. So now, actually, I want to ask that that the same topic with the scholarship, that scholarship actually will be granted for only for the first year or for the whole programs.
Yes, so this program or the scholarship is first-year program scholarships. So for the undergraduate program, it's $15,000 off the first year's tuition fees. For the master degree or the postgraduate ones, most of our master degree programs are 1 to 1.5 years only anyway. There are a few that are 2 years, but the majority is 1 year or 1.5 years. So there it's the first year anyway. So there's no difference there. Mhm.
Okay, okay, done. So now let's talk about the accommodation. So
Sure.
what accommodation option are available, especially in VUW, or
Yeah.
if they want to stay outside from the campus? So what's the option they have?
Okay. So first of all, just to clarify how our campuses are designed, because sometimes students have the idea of on-campus accommodation means that there's kind of like a fenced-off campus and the accommodation is within the fence. Now, we don't have that. We have 3 campuses in Wellington. They are within walking distance to each other, but they are integrated into the city. So we don't have a fenced-off property. So, and our accommodation buildings are within the triangle of the 3 campuses, so within walking distance of any of them. Our halls are not designed for couples and families. So if students come with dependents, then they want to look at private rental accommodation. We cannot book this on students' behalf. However, we do have information available on the website where students can start looking for this type of accommodation. For students who want to go into our halls of residence, there are 2 types. There are those ones that are catered, and that means that someone will cook for the students, so food is included. These ones are reserved for our younger students, 19 years of age and younger. For anyone who's 20 and above, they go to a self-catered hall. So that means they need to cook for themselves. For those students who have never cooked a dish in their life, it's a good time to start learning that. We don't want them to live off McDonald's all the time.
Okay. So now I think the last thing that Martin, so you shared all the details. Thank you for that. So what the final advice actually would you like to give to, especially for Bangladeshi students who are planning to study at VUW?
Yeah. I think the most important thing is to start early. There is obviously a certain amount that it takes in general, right? Gathering the documents, submitting the application, processing the application, and then the whole visa process. But there can always be a holdup somewhere, and that's why in order not to be disappointed, it's a good advice to start early. And if circumstances change, in most cases, students can defer their offer to another intake. But first, having the offer is the most important thing. And so that's why I think, start early, be prepared, gather all the documents that are required, and then also think about the questions that you want to ask, either me and our team, but also you from Sunway Admissions, as you are very experienced with the whole process, so that students don't have any surprises along the way. And our programs are usually quite open, so we don't have caps on most of the programs. So students can actually apply at any time, and as long as they have all the requirements, there should be an open door for them. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Martin, for your valuable time and all the detailed guidance. So, guys, actually, we are the official partner for Victoria University of Wellington. So, if you are interested in studying, especially at VUW, Victoria University of Wellington, or New Zealand, so please contact Sunway Admission. So, our counselors will guide you step by step from application to visa. So, you can call us WhatsApp, or you can visit our office, but appointment is mandatory. So before visiting our office, please make an appointment. And Allah Hafiz, goodbye.
Thank you.